Can a Japanese player become a legend in Europe where volleyball is dominated by Western giants? The answer is yes, and you're about to see how. In today's video, you'll witness a victory that broke all boundaries, a triumph that transformed Yuki Ishikawa from a young dreamer in Japan into a European legend. You'll discover Yuki Ishikawa's 10-year journey through Europe, the thrilling final match of the 2025 CEV Champions League, the historical significance of this prestigious championship. What do you think made Ishikawa different from everyone else? Let us know. In 2014, a 19-year-old boy from Okazaki, Japan, made a bold decision. With a suitcase in hand and a dream in his heart, Yuki Ishikawa boarded a plane to Italy. His destination, one of the most competitive volleyball leagues in the world. His mission, to test himself against the best. At that time, very few Japanese players had ever played in Europe, let alone thrived. Ishikawa joined Modena, a legendary club in Italian volleyball. But his journey was far from easy. He didn't speak the language. The culture was unfamiliar. The pace of the game was faster, the players bigger and more experienced. He was the youngest on the team and often spent matches watching from the bench, but he never complained. Instead, he absorbed everything like a sponge, listening to coaches, observing veterans, learning new techniques. While others might have crumbled under pressure, Ishikawa embraced the challenge. Every practice was a test of his character. Every match, even from the sidelines, was a lesson in growth. Over the next few years, he moved between clubs Latina, Siena, Padova, and later Allianz Milano. With each stop, his game improved. He became quicker, more powerful, and mentally sharper. In 2021, he won the CEV Cup with Milano. It was a proud moment, a sign that he was on the right path. But Ishikawa knew it was not the end. It was just another step towards something greater. Through every transfer, every setback, and every small victory, he never stopped moving forward. Like a modern-day samurai, he sharpened his skills in silence, driven not by fame, but by purpose. When he finally joined CEV Perugia, one of Europe's top clubs, he was no longer just a hopeful player from Asia. He had become a leader. A symbol. Proof that with enough grit, humility, and heart, even the boldest dreams can come true. By the time Yuki Ishikawa joined CEV Perugia, he was no longer the quiet teenager trying to find his place. He was a seasoned warrior, ready to lead on the biggest stage. Perugia was no ordinary club. It was home to world-class players, led by coaches and fans who demanded nothing short of greatness. The expectations were immense. The pressure, relentless. But Ishikawa, now wearing the number 14 jersey, stood tall. He wasn't just there to participate, he was there to win. In the 2024-2025 season, Perugia marched through the CEV Champions League with determination and fire. Match after match, Ishikawa delivered through unstoppable spikes, lightning-fast defense, and calm leadership on the court. But beyond the numbers and highlights, what truly stood out was his poise. He played with the quiet intensity of someone who had faced storms and learned to dance in the rain. Then came the final, a moment the club and its fans had long awaited. The arena pulsed with energy. Cameras flashed. The world watched. And when the final whistle blew, CEV Perugia stood as the champions of Europe. For the first time in history, Perugia lifted the CEV Champions League trophy, and at the heart of that triumph was Ishikawa. His name echoed through the stadium. His tears, a mix of joy, pride, and a decade of hard work, told the story that words could not. It wasn't just a victory for the club. It was a personal breakthrough. Yuki Ishikawa had become the first Japanese player to win the CEV Champions League, an achievement that shattered barriers and inspired a generation back home. From a young boy in Okazaki to a champion in Europe, his journey had come full circle. But for Ishikawa, this was not the end. It was the beginning of a new chapter, one where he no longer followed the footsteps of others, but carved a path for many to follow. After the historic victory with Perugia, Yuki Ishikawa was no longer just a volleyball player, he had become a symbol of hope, courage, and possibility. In Japan, his triumph echoed far beyond sports halls. Young players who once doubted their dreams now trained with new fire in their hearts. Coaches pointed to Ishikawa as living proof that a Japanese athlete could rise to the top of European volleyball. Schools invited him to speak. Documentaries were made. Children practiced their serves, whispering his name like a promise. But Ishikawa's impact wasn't limited to Japan. Across Europe, his presence shifted perceptions. He had shown that Asian athletes could thrive in the world's toughest leagues not just as guests, but as leaders. Fans in Italy admired his professionalism, humility, and fierce competitiveness. Opponents respected his focus and consistency. And young athletes around the world, no matter their nationality, found inspiration in his journey. He also took on a new role, a bridge between cultures. On and off the court, he helped connect fans and teammates across language and cultural barriers. In interviews, he spoke Italian and English fluently. In games, he unified his team with silent strength and thoughtful plays. And in every moment, he carried himself with grace. But perhaps his greatest legacy is what he gave back. He launched programs to support youth volleyball in Japan. He trained with junior teams during off-seasons. He made it his mission to ensure that no talented player would ever feel like the dream was too far away because he had been that player once. In the years to come, many more Japanese players would go abroad. More teams would chase the Champions League title. More fans would believe. And somewhere in the heart of that movement would always be Yuki Ishikawa, the boy who followed his passion across the world and returned home as a champion. Yuki Ishikawa's journey is more than just a story of medals and matches. It is a powerful reminder that dreams know no borders, that with enough resilience, humility, and belief, even the quietest player can change the loudest arenas. From a young boy training in Japanese gyms to a global icon lifting the CEV Champions League trophy, Ishikawa proved that hard work can rewrite history. He didn't just win for himself or for Perugia, he won for every young athlete who dares to believe in something bigger. As the cheers faded after the final match, one truth remained: Yuki Ishikawa had not only conquered Europe, he had inspired the world. And somewhere, in a quiet gym in Japan, a new dream begins, sparked by the footsteps of a legend.